Dusty Camping Crazy coming at you. I told you I was going to start doing a little section on some hunting. Going back here to some private property. And we're going to set up our deer blind today. Get everything ready, put out some food plots and do some getting everything ready for deer season. I'll be right back. Be right back with you guys. So, like I said, I was planning on doing a little off-road action. Show you guys some off-roading now. Hopefully I can get back here without getting hung up. We'll have to see what happens. He said that truck will be back in a minute. He said he'd follow us up here. So hopefully I can make it back here without sliding off the side of this thing, wrecking my truck. Let's see what happens. I believe I'm alright. I tell you what, guys, since last season, the fella back there, he's done a lot of work back here. Make it easy for us to get back in here. Do I need to go straight or I need to turn?
I need to turn.
But we've had so much rain down through here the last week or so, it's pretty slick. Up. Fellas, that's my hunting buddy, my best friend, my dad. We're gonna set up back here and get us some food plots set up and get our tent set up. We're going back this way, right? Like I said, I haven't been back here since last season, but we're gonna see what we've got. Alright. Guys, I'll tell you what we're doing right now. We're kind of scouting out a little bit, see if we can see any tracks or trails or anything. You can tell. Looks like right in there we already got some deer prints up in here already. Looks like they're coming up and out through there. You see where all them weeds and stuff are knocked down? Come through there, so it looks like they're coming up through this thicket right here, coming out down in this clearing. See my pop walking that way, but looks to me like they may be traveling off in that direction. We'll see what we can see. Oh, heck yeah, there's a good old deer print right there. It's a big boy. The footprint's half the size of mine. Alright, I'll get back with y'all in a minute. Tell you guys what we did last year. Last year we put a food plot right down in here, and what you got is there's a valley runs down through here, goes down into this pond down here. There's a drop off right here, but those deer they come in and out down in this area right here, and then they cross back over in this thicket. What they do is they stick real close to all this brush and all this thicket. You can see right there where they come out and they're coming down, and you can see my pop's footprints right there. But you can see that whole trail running down through here, coming over to where he's at, and then they go down into the pond down in there, and they get them something to drink. Because really, this is a pretty dry area for deer. We just got lucky that we actually got on a piece of property where there's a good water supply for them. Also, something deer like to travel, and it's not really the best view. I'll get you another view of it here in a minute, but they like big bucks. They like to travel down along like a thin tree line, nothing that's got you clogged up too bad. There's the old man right there, Dad. He's over getting ready to do some work, and I'm sitting over here being lazy doing some vlogging. But I'll get him hooked up in a minute. But if you look off in the distance over and you see a tree line, well, that tree line, it looks real thick from here, but it's probably only 40 or 50 yards thick. And whenever I'm talking about a thin tree line, that's what them bucks like to travel up and down whenever they're going in and out of food. And what it does is this thin tree line, it travels down through there, it comes over here next to this pond, and they come down that tree line, they come over this pond and they drink. And there's not a whole lot of food out here for them, that they don't have to travel a long ways. So we'll put out these food plots, and when we do that, they give them something to eat here, so it slows them down enough for where we might get a shot. Alright, so we got her blind up. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Just kidding. Of course, Pop, he's sitting in there chilling, looking at the sights out through there. Yeah, he's got a good point. Also, we're setting all this stuff up about 3 weeks before season comes in, because we want the deer that's coming through here that sees this stuff and moving around, and because in the wind that thing right there kind of moves a little bit, so we want the deer to see it sitting there, give them time to get used to it. It gives us a shooting lane right there and a shooting lane down here, and of course if my truck wasn't in the way, you could see a little bit of a shooting lane down this way. So I think we're pretty good and set up on our tent. I had one video there where I was kind of introducing my season 2. That blind right there is the one that I was looking out of. I was looking down that way, which right down there there's will be a food plot. We haven't got it set up yet. And then right over here was a food plot. I would have videoed us putting that tent up, but it's just a pop-up tent. You lay it on the ground and it pops up. I mean, it's that simple, rather than putting the straps down. Anyway, guys, I'll catch back up with you in a minute. Like I said, next thing we're going to do, we're going to put out our food plots, and then after that, hey, we're done for about 3 weeks. We'll come back out here in about a week or so and check our food and see if animals have found it, see if they started eating it up, and if they have, then we'll lay some more out. We'll get a food plot out. I'll show you all that stuff, and I'll show you kind of how we're laying it out and why we lay it out like we do. And then after that, hey, we're done. We're on our way back to the house. I hope you guys can hear me all right. I'm kind of talking quiet because, I mean, we don't really want to disturb the wildlife, even though we're out here messing around. Looks like a damn cow print. And Pop saying that there's tracks down there about that big around. He said it looked like a cow print, cow footprint. So that means we got a good sized deer running down through here. Now last year when we was hunting, we seen several big deer down here. Didn't really take the shots on them or nothing like that, but let them go. Last year we was just kind of doing some doe hunting, really just looking for meat. And this year here, maybe we can get us a big buck and maybe have a wall mounter. I don't know. If we do, you guys will get to see it. Okay, guys, I'll tell you what we did. We ended up going up here to the wood line, actually coming down. I don't know if y'all can see that corn or not, but we got it about 2 foot wide, and then we come on down the hill a little bit, and that'll give them a track across through here to actually feed on. And you can see we piled up some right there in the middle. They would come on down, but there where we put that pile gives us a straight shot up there to the blind. Hey guys, I wanted to add something a little bit to this video. The thing is the reason why we're spreading out the corn, we'll start out there. The reason why we're spreading the corn instead of putting it in a feeder, like you'll see a lot of videos showing that guys put their corn in feeders and stuff like that. The area that we live in, for whatever reason, we've noticed that when we put feeders out, that deer don't tend to draw to it. And I'm not necessarily saying that it doesn't work for areas around us. Dad was explaining to me, the benefits of using a blind versus, a stand, and he made some really good points, in which I know why we use a blind. I just didn't explain to you guys why we was using a blind. And Dad, if you want to explain it, you can, or I can. It's up to you.
The reason we're using a blind, I hate to admit it, but I'm over 70 years old now, and really I'm still in pretty good health. But a blind, you can take an elderly person that has quit hunting but can still get around, and they can hunt out of a blind. They don't have to quit hunting just because they've got a little age on them. And they can hunt out of a blind, and also you can take a blind and you can take a disabled person that can still, you can still push them and you can put them in a blind and they can still have a good day's hunt. And so a blind to me is just as good as a stand. The only thing is you've got to have some open country to shoot out of.
Well, and one of the good things about a blind too is if, you know, like a deer stand, you take me for example, you know, I'm almost 40 years old now, and but still being in my 30s, if I climbed a stand, which most of your deer stands, if you're going to have a good one set up in the woods somewhere, you're going to be probably a good 20 feet off the ground. And the thing about that is, being in my 30s, if I was to take a fall, I know I would have broken bones, you know, and you know, and it's there's a chance, you know, that it could kill you, because I mean it's happened. But you take somebody that's in their 70s, and they, you know, Dad's still in good shape. You know, he can climb a stand. He can climb one all day long. I mean, he's in that good a condition. But the thing is, with him being in the 70s, you know, a person, you know, of that age, if they took that fall, it's most likely going to be deadly, and not just a couple of broken bones. You know, and it's like he said, you know, when you're hunting with somebody and you've got a buddy that you're going with, you know, you've got to kind of help accommodate for what they can do. And like I said in the beginning of my video, as you know, that my dad, you know, he's my best friend. We hunt together, we fish together and stuff like that. And I don't mind none whatsoever to hunt out of a blind, because like you said, you know, we found that hunting out of a blind is as good as a deer stand, you know, a lot of times. And as a matter of fact, a lot of times it's better. Anyway, guys, we just kind of wanted to throw that in there on the video.
All right, later.
Alright guys, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do right now. We're doing right now is, you can see he's laying out this other food plot, running down through here. And try to put a big pile right there in the middle. We'll give him a place to track out from that wood line across to that one. And then of course the pond's right there. Turn around, our blind is right there. Now this one here, we're only about 25 yards away from the food plot. The other food plot down there is about 40 yards away from our blind, so that's something we got to keep in mind when we're hunting. Well guys, we're gonna cut on up out of here. I'm gonna stop up here on top of a hill real quick and give y'all a quick scenic tour. Show you some of the scenery where we're at. I know I haven't done that in my videos very much, but I'm gonna do it this time and kind of show y'all some of the countryside where we're at down through here. It's one of the higher points of the counties we live in, so we'll get up here on top. Anyway, give y'all a little bit of a scenic tour here. Like I said, we get up here on top of this hill, we'll be able to see about half the county. Pop there, he's looking down deer tracks, stuff like that. I've got a climbing stand too that I'm going to put up here in one of these trees somewhere. I just don't know where I'm going to put it at yet. But like I was telling you guys, just want to give y'all a little bit of a scenic area. Like I said, I know we've seen a bunch of different ones in different vlogs and stuff like that. Baker X Derek likes to show off the beautiful scenery that he's got. So I figured I would show off a little bit of what we got. And of course right down in there is where our blind's at. But alright guys, it's Dusty Can Be Crazy. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Got any comments, leave them down there in the comments section. If you don't subscribe, thanks for watching. Peace.